Hey, this is Russell, back again with another episode. If you listen to last episode, you won't know that this episode, the last episode, and the next few episodes are a post commentary because I was a dum dum and forgot to record my voice. It was because of a stupid Windows update, is what I suspect. So normally I'm very paranoid and I always do like a quick test recording and then back out of the game and check and make sure that the test recording worked. And I was lazy that day. And there's a Windows update earlier that day. And I was just like, screw it. I've never had a problem up until this point from since I started uploading regularly to this channel. I've never had a problem with my voice not being recorded. So, screw it. I'm just gonna play the game. And I'm sure my voice is gonna be recording. Imagine my horror when I check afterwards and the voice wasn't recorded. You see a few of my workers being managed down in the city in the south because a lot of my people want to irrigate a lot of these tiles, and I'm like, I want to make sure I have a couple production tiles up there, so I do that myself, queue up a couple mines. But yeah, so there was a Windows update earlier that day, and I think that threw things off because as soon as I learned that my voice wasn't recorded, I opened OBS settings and I was like, okay, microphone settings. And as soon as I opened my microphone settings, suddenly my mic recording started working again. It started picking up my voice. And I didn't even have to change any of the settings. It just detected that, oh, the settings are open. I guess it just kind of reset the settings I already had by opening the settings menu again, which was weird. And yeah, so now I'm re-recording, not re-recording. I'm just recording my voice over this now, kind of. Um, and yeah, talking to my wizard right now, trying to decide what text I want to go for. Um, so I'm thinking maybe is there any point in getting any of these last couple texts? Not really. I don't really need libraries in my mind, at least at the moment. Um, I mean, eventually I want to get the libraries for the science bonus, but I'm building so many other buildings in my cities right now. It's not really a high priority in my mind to get the libraries. I'm thinking about what wonders I want to go for. Something I always like going for is Leonardo da Vinci's workshop, which is why I beelined for that. The amount of gold you save in upgrading your units over time is huge. So, yeah. Although, that being said, I don't know when it expires or if it expires in terms of some of these wonders their effect goes away at a certain age. I'm not able to find that in the descriptions. I kept checking the descriptions over and over again on when it's going to expire, and it doesn't tell me. I know the other wonders I like going for in this era expire pretty quickly in the next era. The main wonders I want to go for in this era are the ones that double science in the city in which they're built. So it's that one, Copernicus's workshop, and then the one that you get in Theory of Gravity. Maybe I think it's Isaac Newton's thing or whatever. I forget. There's a lot of good wonders in the medieval era, and unlike the ancient era, when you're too busy queuing up settlers, the medieval era you have all the time in the world to go for any of these wonders, and it's much better going for medieval era wonders when you're ahead of everyone else around you technologically than trying to race against them for the ancient era wonders and possibly not getting them because they beat you to the chase. So yeah, I'm queuing up Leonardo da Vinci's workshop first thing as soon as I've researched it, which guarantees that I'm going to get it, pretty much. Very, very good wonder to have, and it's actually going to end up paying off um, a while from now. Not in this episode, but in some of the following episodes. I have the gift of foresight for up to episode 10 in this post commentary. So There you go. Just double checking these things, seeing if anyone wants to give me a technology. Because, and, oh, actually, it looks like I'm looking at the city list too to see how many cities they have. Because I don't know how far the continent goes up north. So I'm just interested to see. Looks like I'm using some of that money to build an embassy. And voila, look, they're going for the Temple of Artemis. I could probably beat them to it because it's a full 66 turns away. But, you know, what's the point? Build an embassy in France, even though they're kind of useless. It looks like they're going for the Great High House, a useless wonder for a useless faction. Um, and yeah, just looking around, thinking about what I can do. I actually realized, I can't do anything till I really get espionage at this point. And so I'm just kind of looking around. So yeah. Oh yeah, I think I wanted to write a passage. That's why I did the embassy in the first place. And I'm taking their gold for rite of passage. Because I actually remembered to do stuff. Need to get better at technology trading and all of that stuff. And so that's it. Goodbye. I'm gonna pass by El Amarna with our new military access. These guys are gonna walk here. Thinking about the Mongols, maybe they have something to give me. The French. Thinking maybe I could trade them a luxury, and then I decide not to, I guess. I forget. I didn't know what I was doing here. It's been too long. It's already been a week since I recorded the footage. I want to offer it to these dudes. Oh, but then they have no gold. Okay, that's why I didn't do it with the French, because I was like, oh, maybe the Mongols can offer more gold for that than the French can. So am I going to look at the French again now? No, I just forget about it. Typical Russell. What are you doing, Russell? This is what happens when you get a wide awake on caffeine Russell commentating over a sleep deprived off of work Russell. Let's see, what am I queuing up here? Colosseum? Yay! Colosseum is not too important to get this stage, but important for the future, and there's not really anything else I can queue up at the moment. We're starting to reach the limit of the things we can build in these cities, which actually means that I maybe could have gone for libraries before going up the tech tree for feudalism. But also, I have in the back of my mind, one of these fools can research a library and then I can trade it. Looks like the cities for the Mongols have changed, which I think means they have gone up in era at this point. I'm like, okay, what do I queue next? Oh wait, I already have things I have queued up. I think I took a break between recording the first and second episode of that session real fast to get a snack or something, if I remember correctly now. Yeah, stuff and things. What am I doing now? This place has a lot of things I need to build. Harbor. Okay, so I can, what is it, grow or get more commerce from a harbor? I forget what it is, but you increase the value of your water tiles immensely through that. And yeah, workers are moving down, people are irrigating. It's not the most exciting stage of the game because I do have all of my workers on automate. I have all of them on automate for the simple reason that it's a lot to manage for me. I'm a newer player. I mean, I've played it before, but it was a long time ago, and I'm still relearning things. And also at the same time, even if I could have done a better job doing everything with the workers myself, be a hand, it would make this this playthrough go on forever, and I'm not about that. I want to make sure there's always going to be a little bit of fresh content. Won't be too repetitive, so I doubt you guys want to see me clicking workers all the time. If you want a more micro intensive playthrough, let me know. Not sure I could do a good job with more micro intensive playthrough, but it would help me learn the mechanics of the game better, probably. Elephantine. It looks like from here, it looks like I found the end of the continent finally, which gives me hope because the small peninsulas that it looks to me like the Egyptians have like the largest land area, and the Egyptians aren't doing the greatest in terms of advancement and stuff like that. In fact, the Mongols are a little ahead of them at this time, I think. So it gives me hope that I'm going to outpace people on my continent, which I already seem to be doing. So yeah, they got a spear dude there. Got quite a decent amount of land. If that was my starting location, I probably could have done decently well there too. Simply because the reason why the AI probably doesn't do well is because they'll expand north when they don't need to expand north. Um, what's nice about being a human player is you have the insight that, oh, I can expand south for now because no one's going to take any of these city locations north. I can easily block them off with like a line of warriors or something like that. And so I probably could have expanded pretty far south, probably all the way up to like where Reims is. We just saw that French city there before we clicked away. Um, Probably could have expanded all the way to like Reims and that little lake that I have my city on over there and stuff like that as the Egyptians before we ever, started building cities up north. Um, I like I like it when I have like the corner spot on the continent. Although that being said, being smack in the middle of this continent with all of like the rivers and stuff like that are in the middle of this continent has been really really good for us because we're able to like irrigate early on. We didn't have that good of a starting location in the French playthrough. The second city made up for it. We got like a settler like in like the first ruin, and so we had significantly more luck with ruins that last game than this game, which really like helped us a lot. But our starting location was like completely immersed inside the jungle, and so that was a bit of a that did make things pretty hard that playthrough in getting good growth in production in the first couple cities to keep expanding out. And the tiles that we have to work with are much better in this run through. The culture is expanding in that city. That's pretty good. We want to make sure we can push back the culture of the French so we could take more tiles from them. Same with the Mongols. And probably eventually we could just maybe conquer them, but I'm not sure at this point in time if I even want to go to war. We'll see where we're at a few episodes from now. Really, you don't really have to decide on one or the other ever completely throughout the game. You can change as circumstances change. It's just I mean, we seem to be being ahead of everyone just the way we are, so I don't really see a point of even having to go to war. If we did want to go to war, we should probably pick up monarchy. So, I have a question, because I just saw it in the tech tree. Uh, who uses feudalism, and what is feudalism good for? If you could leave that in the comments down below. Um, I may have used feudalism in the past, but I don't remember ever using feudalism in the past. Um, if I remember correctly, no, I don't really remember anything much about feudalism. Well, what were the bonuses to feudalism again? I don't remember now that I'm thinking about it. I remember like reading through the bonuses and being like, I prefer Republic, and that's who I've been playing with Republic mostly. So yeah, tell me if I should ever go to feudalism and what circumstances I should. Um, Usually in the late game, you either want to stick with like Republic or go fascist or communist because those tend to be like the three better ideologies in the late game. Democracy is weird, and democracy is weird because like you don't get like any units. Um, what was it called? You don't get any unit. What would be like? You don't get to have like any units for free maintenance. So like when you're like playing as like a republic, if you have like a normal city, you can like maintain one unit maintenance free, and then as it grows, you can maintain like 3 units maintenance free or 4 units maintenance free, or I forget how it scales up. Maybe two at some point, but as your cities grew, you can get like more units maintenance free, and then you can get like even more units maintenance free for something like monarchy or communism or whatever or fascism. Democracy doesn't give you like any free units. Like you have to pay for like all of your units. Like what's the point of like going democracy? Like you're always going to need some units for at least defense. And so and of course think about the workers. So maybe like very very late game democracy when you've like conquered your whole continent and you only like need a few units or something like that. But I've never liked democracy. I always like having like some units, you know? But I don't know, maybe it's a preference thing. And also tell me in the comments if you think democracy is useful. Um, just sitting here admiring that fish tile, being on a fish on a lake with the 4 food and 4 gold. It's pretty cool. Um, what am I doing here? Temple and palace. Very, very important to upgrade your palace, of course. Trying to decide what I want the top of the building to be. And I'm pretty sure, I remember like Middle Eastern architecture will let you get like a dome. So I'm pretty sure that's the one I end up going with. Yeah, looks like it. Because yeah, you get like a cool dome when you go like Middle Eastern architecture. And I felt like that would go really well. Almost like have like a bit of a Hagia Sophia look to the palace. So I felt that kind of went well with what we were going with there. Just press an end turn for a while. Ha! French have archers. Leonardo's workshop, yeah. So if we ever invest into a military, we can make sure it always gets upgraded. Leonardo's workshop. I believe what it does. I think I'll open it up to see what it does in a second, but I think it gives you like a massive, massive discount in upgrading units. So like upgrading like your warriors to swordsmen and stuff like that. I forget what the upgrade tree is actually now that I think about it. But yeah, got some pretty good tiles going in the city. People are still happy enough so that the city won't revolt. And just looking around. Now I'm thinking I don't want military access, and I also don't really want this boat because I don't want it to like be paying maintenance for it. So we'll see how far we can get on the ocean, and until it sinks, and And then we'll just let it sink. I thought it would maybe be able to go like over like a few sea tiles, but I think it sinks like right away. I just have like really bad luck when it comes to those things. I'm pretty sure it's like a certain percentage chance. I don't remember what the percentage chance is of it like sinking if you end your turn on this heat tile. And yeah. Culture and influence has expanded. Gotta think about what we want to queue up next in this city. Coliseum I ended up going for. I forget why I did that. Oh, because I built the aqueduct there, didn't I? So, like, the city's gonna grow. I'm assuming that this happiness spree that I have right now isn't gonna last forever. That's right. Build a university there. Oh, no, I don't want to build a barracks because I'm going for Sun Tzu's Art of War. Yeah, granary. Looking at that place. I'd build a harbor. Yeah, look at that. I queued up a harbor. No, why are you queuing up a temple? That's stupid, Russell. Oh, wait. Why am I queuing up a temple there? Such a wacko. Harbor would have been much better. What are you on, Russell? Cultural influence. We're fighting against the French for that territory for now. Looking at queuing up stuff and things. And yeah. Library, temple. And people love me. It's pretty fast. We're still going with that Middle Eastern because I really want that dome on the top. And I'm ending my turn. We got quite a lot of gold saved up at this point, which is going to come very useful. And library. Got aqueduct. Got library. Barracks. Cathedral. Coliseum. Yeah, you're a big city, so I can see why. Oh no, wait, that's Cuenco. That's not a big city. You should build an aqueduct. Quello. Yeah, Quello. What are you doing, Russell? Yeah, Coliseum. Or maybe that city's not growing. Oh, that's right. I had to micro that city in order for it to grow. I noticed that after a while. Yeah, look. Come on. Tell him to grow. Or not. Man, Russell, what are you doing? Face palm. What are we looking at now? Cathedral. I think that's for more culture, if I remember correctly. And yeah. Don't know what else to say. It's just a end turn fest at the moment. Also, I'm getting really thirsty, but good thing is this episode is getting to an end pretty soon. Going to end very soon. Grammar is failing me. Shows that I need a little bit of a break, at least before recording the audio for next episode. So yeah, I'm looking around. I can't decide what to do. Indecisive as usual. So anyways, at this point I'll just start saying it now. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm pretty happy with how this Mayan playthrough's going. Oh, it looks like I'm actually going to complete Sun Tzu's Art of War before this ends. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with being able to upload. And someone sees it. Even if someone didn't see it, it's pretty cool because I would be playing this game anyways on my free time. There's Sun Tzu's Art of War. and barracks in every city. So it's a pretty good bonus, pretty useful. It means that any kind of military I produce in any city, I don't really have to worry about what particular military cities with barracks in them, because any city can now produce a veteran soldier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Russell, and I hope to see you guys again next week. Goodbye. God bless. Have a good rest of your weekends. And cue end screen.
No, había subido la mano y encontré una paella.